Hey everybody, today we are creating my first Halloween look of the season. I wanted to go for something witch-like. I really didn't have a specific plan. I just knew that I went to the Halloween store and I got me a fancy witch nose and I wanted to put the witch nose on. This is my first time using prosthetics, so I really didn't know exactly what I was doing. I watched a couple YouTube videos, gave me some advice, and I followed that. So you're gonna get to see my trial and error run here and see what kind of look I create. So I was blocking off with the pencil the area that I wanted to keep my face like a natural glam. I wanted it to be like part glam, part witch, because as I use magic, the magic is slowly eating away at my soul, and the little portion that's left on my face is what's left of my normal, natural human skin, and I'm slowly turning into this decrepit zombie witch. So I noticed that the nose prosthetic was a little too small whenever I put it on. It was meant to go over the end of the nose and it had its own nostrils and everything, but those nostrils were way too tiny for my big old nose. So I had to cut off those edges, and I don't know what the stuff is. You know, I watch like Face Off on Sci-Fi and Glow Up on Netflix, and I don't really know what the stuff is that they use on the edge of bald caps to melt away those edges, but I would love to have used that on this nose prosthetic. What I did instead, well, I'll show you in a second. First, I got it fit on with liquid latex. I just put latex on my nose and latex on the other side of the latex prosthetic piece. Waited until it got a little bit tacky, then just stuck it right on, and it stuck really with no problem once the glue got tacky. Then I realized that I didn't go over the rest of my face with an alcohol pad, and I like to do that before I go in with latex, because if you put liquid latex on top of, well, like for my face, it was my moisturizer, my sunscreen, all of my skincare pretty much, the latex doesn't really want to stick to stuff like that. So using the alcohol pad, I went ahead and cleaned off my whole face and then redrew the guide back in, because I didn't think about the fact that the latex wasn't going to stick. Now this was my solution to not being able to like disintegrate the edges to make them thin and disappear into my skin. So I used some scar wax instead, because scar wax is moldable, and you can use it kind of like clay, really. So I put a bunch of liquid latex around the edges, went in with my scar wax and shoved it into all those creases, and then I just went through and smoothed it all out to make it look like it was, you know, my nose and not some fake nose. But you know, I realized after I got done that doing the smoothing on that side was kind of pointless, because that's the gross side. That's supposed to be the super textured side. The other side is actually the side that I should have made smooth, but I didn't. That's okay though. Now I'm following the same method that I was using previously to fix those edges, but this time I'm just doing it down the center of that guideline I created so I can make it look like it's the edge of my skin. So I'm going around with the liquid latex, then I'm going to lay the scar wax right on top of it, squish it all down, and smooth it all out. I'm just gonna grab this little stippling sponge out of this Halloween holiday set. I think I got it from like Walmart or something. And just gonna use that to add texture to the top of the scar wax to make it appear like it's skin. Grabbing my CVS brand rubbing alcohol, I'm now just cleaning everything off. Mainly I'm just trying to get all the Vaseline off, and I don't know for sure if castor oil has to be like cleaned off. I know it's supposed to be used to seal latex prosthetics, but I don't know if you need to like clean it off after they're sealed or not. But I do end up doing that. I don't think I've used any castor oil yet, or castor, whatever they called it, castor sealant yet. But in a minute I will. So I wanted to explain why I was doing it, just in case you're like, wow, what an idiot. Why is he removing all of the castor sealer that he just used? But that's why, because I didn't know for sure if I could leave it on or not. Now what I'm about to do is take some more liquid latex over those smooth areas of my skin where it's supposed to be the witch skin, because I wouldn't think a witch would have smooth, perfect skin. I would think that, if the magic was taking over my body, it would be making my skin bad and icky and textured. So that's what I do. Yeah, here we go. Going in with the liquid latex, just laying it everywhere in small sections, taking that stippling sponge, stippling it out so that it looks a little thinner, and mainly so it could dry fast, because I didn't want to wait. At this point, I had, I think, maybe 2 hours left to finish this look before we went to the Halloween party we were going to. And you'll be able to tell as I get towards the end, I'm rushing so much that I'm just trying to get it done. So there will be some moments when normally if I would have had the time, I would have gone in and kind of finessed things a little bit more, a little bit better, gone kind of OCD with it like I do. But I had to back off from my OCD and just get it done towards the end.
You in my sight. I keep all the words you said to me. I get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, now you'll beg me please. Hey, now I stay away. You were never meant to save me. Now I stay away. I'll hear you say you're sorry. Hate I even loved you. Hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I kinda fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I kinda fell in love with you. Gone somewhere and dyed my hair now. Wanna be alone. It's much to bear and you don't care, and I won't play alone. I got you in my sight. I keep all the words you said to me. I get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, now you'll beg me please. Hey, now I stay away. You were never meant to save me.
Now going in with some of my Indie Beat Cosmetics face base powder just to set everything so that I can go in with some cream paints afterward. You know, got to make sure that there's no tacky latex left or slick surfaces, so all those cream products will actually sit on top of all that latex.
I keep all the words you said to me. I get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, now you'll beg me please. Hey, now I'll stay away, you were never meant to save me. Now I'll stay away, I'll hear you say you're sorry. Hate I even loved you, hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you, hate I kinda fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you, hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you, hate I kinda fell in love with you. With you, I cried with you, now wanna be alone. I lied for you, I tried for you, you wouldn't play alone. I got you in my sight, I keep
It's time for color! Finally, my favorite part. So we're going in with the Indie Beats Cosmetics face bases. I'm using the green, white, and black, and I'm mixing just different variations of those three tones so I can get a bunch of dimension on the face. Now, again, normally, if I had more time, I would have gone in after I set all of these cream paints, or cream foundations, cream bases. Once I set them with translucent powder, I would have gone in with some eyeshadow palette, or what I would really love are the chroma powders from Indie Beat Cosmetics, because those are all colored to match the bases, and those would have been literally perfect for this look. But anyway, I would normally like to go in with some pigmented powders that are the same tones that I'm trying to go in with for the creams, just to re-emphasize those colors, bring out some of that intensity a little bit more, and to also finesse some of those edges a little bit better. Typically, I would also go in with sort of like splatter paint or speckling with paint so that it looks more realistic, more skin-like. I would have used those different tones of greens and blacks and whites and gone in and made it really, really dimensional. I was actually even thinking about adding in some of the tones of the lipstick that I put on. It's like a deeper red tone, and I was kind of considering little specks of that all through the face would make the green look more intense, but alas, I did not have time, so enjoy the painting process.
you don't care, and I won't play alone. I got you in my sight, I keep all the words you said to me. I get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, now you'll beg me please. Hey, now I'll stay away, you were never meant to save me. much to bear, and you don't care, and I won't play alone. I got you in my sight. I keep all the words you said to me. I get you, get you, get you, get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, get you, get you. Now you'll beg me, please. Hey. Now I stay away. You were never meant to save me. Now I stay away. I'll hear you say you're sorry. Hate I even loved you. Hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I kinda fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I kinda fell in love with you. With you, I cried with you. Now wanna be alone. I lied for you. I tried for you. You wouldn't play alone. I got you in my sight. I keep all the words you said to me. I get you, get you, get you, get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, get you, get you. Now you'll beg me, please. Hey. Now I stay away. You were never meant to save me. Now I stay away. I'll hear you say you're sorry. Hate I even loved you. Hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I kinda fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I kinda fell in love with you.
For the actual eyeshadow look itself, I'm going in with the P. Louise base in like a mint shade. I forgot what the shade was actually called. Using that just as the overall base for everywhere. The grandbaby FaceTimed me and she was like, I want to watch you put your makeup on. I was like, okay, well, we'll FaceTime for a little bit. So we did for a little while I was putting the eyeshadow base on. So I go in with the Carlin or Carslan Cosmetics. I've yet to figure out which name it actually is. But went in with the Carslan Cosmetics eyeshadow palette that has green in it. I forget what it's called. I think it's like peacock something. But I used that eyeshadow palette for the actual eyeshadow look. I feel like it was a great fit for a witchy green kind of look. It gets very dark and dingy, and it was everything I wanted it to be and more.
Hate I
Eyeliner time. Using the ColourPop X Raw Beauty Christie eyeliner in, I forgot the shade, but it's green, and the Gerard Cosmetics Eternal eyeliner. I wanted a big, giant, sharp wing on the like glam side. I just wanted a big, like, you know, glam makeup wing. On the other side, I wanted to make it extra big, like diva, over the top, Vogue, extracurricular. Ooh, now going in with the House Labs Foundation and Concealer, the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Setting Powder, Urban Decay Hydromaniac Blush, the Winky Lux Bronze Age Bronzing Stick, and what did I miss? That was a very quick flash of a bunch of different products. Oh yeah, and the One Size Setting Powder. That's all for the regular I'm a Beautiful Queen makeup side.
You in my sight. I keep all the words you said to me. I get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, now you'll beg me please. Hey, now I stay away. You were never meant to save me. Now I stay away. I don't hear you say you're sorry. Hate I even loved you. Hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I kinda fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I kinda fell in love with you. Gone somewhere and dyed my hair now. Wanna be alone. It's much to bear and you don't care and I won't play alone. I got you in my sight. I keep all the words you said to me. I get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, now you'll beg me please. Hey, now I stay away. You were never meant to save me. Now I stay away. I don't hear you say you're sorry. Hate I even loved you. Hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I kinda fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I kinda fell in love with you. Now I stay away. I don't hear you say you're sorry. Hate I even loved you. Hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I kinda fell in love with you.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, but don't tell anyone. This was one of those situations where I was like, oh, I want the wing to be bigger to match the other side because the angle's off. So I made it bigger. Then I realized the size wasn't gonna change the angle at all. So instead, I decided to make this the overzealous, overdramatic, way too blown out wing. And then I'm gonna take some eyeshadow and blend it back even further because it's a costume and I can make it however I want. Who said I didn't do that on purpose? Who said? Nobody. Because I did do it on purpose. And you can't tell me otherwise.
Now I stay away. You were never meant to save me. Now I stay away. I don't hear you say you're sorry.
Now we're going to take the Extreme Frost and Candy Apple Drip and the Velour Liquid Lipstick from Jeffree Star Cosmetics in... what is this shade? Cutthroat Love. Again, this highlighter was literally perfect for this look. I mean, it's very dark on the natural side. Like, honestly, I kind of think I made the wrong choice on the natural side, but on the other side, it looked really cool. Oh, I was so proud of this lash decision. So I took those Milani purple lashes and the LA Girl UV blacklight green lashes and stacked them together, and they made the coolest set of lashes. So they're like UV reactive on the bottom side, but on the top side, the purple kind of blocks the UV because like the purple's on top of the green. It was just a really cool effect. I just didn't want to use the green by itself because I thought it was kind of too much, and well, to be honest, it looked a little cheap. But once I added the purple ones on top, they looked like, I don't know, like specialty lashes. I thought that was so cool. And they were too big, so I took the bottom piece and put it on that outer side on the bottom, and I thought it was such a nice little addition to the look. Using the KVD Cake pencil for the eyebrow on the dramatic side. There was no way I could use a regular brow pencil in my shade on that side, so we had to go eyeliner. I was going to set it also with the darker shade from the Carsland eyeshadow palette, but again, time, you know. There were lots of things that I wanted to do that I didn't do. Maybe the next costumey Halloweeny look, I'll have no time allotment. Now using the Winky Lux Unibrow Micro Brow Pencil to fill my brow, you know, like with the real brow color. Let's finish things off with the perfect lipstick color. See, even Studio Me thought it was the perfect lipstick color for this look. I really wanted to go like bright cherry red, but the more I saw the look, I was like, no, I think like a muted red. And here's the finished look. I was so happy with this. I love this look so much. I know you do too, because it put a spell on you. Okay, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Get you underneath.